want to talk to you today about giving your partner the silent treatment. That's a pretty common response that I see in couples therapy when you are so just angry, disappointed, let down, and you don't feel like you have any other ways to let your partner know just how upset you are. You don't want to rage and be overly dramatic, and you don't know how to talk about it. So you just shut down, close off. Sometimes you close off because it feels hopeless and you're just discouraged and you're tired, you're exhausted, and you feel like, what's the point? Nothing works. And so you stop putting in effort. And sometimes I see couples who close off to punish. They don't feel like their spouse deserves their attention at that point. And it becomes this stalemate of, I'll give you what you want if you give me what I want. And so until then, I'm just not going to talk to you much. And I've seen a lot on the spectrum of just how silent is the silent treatment, from I'm going to bed angry, slam the door, and I just kind of slam around the house, do my own thing, you do your own thing, and we're going to be in the same orbit, but not together, up to the point of a client who completely withheld himself from his wife, would not acknowledge her, even in the house, wouldn't look at her, wouldn't talk to her. She felt so invisible. When you do that, it really is emotionally abusive to do that to someone. It's childish is what it is. But the worst part is it's ineffective. Your spouse is never going to be or feel safe enough in the relationship to be honest, to show up, to tell you what they're thinking and feeling, to give you what you want, if they feel like this could happen to them. So the people who are giving the silent treatment, oftentimes when they're upset, they like to pull back. They don't want necessarily engagement. They don't realize just how painful this can be to your partner. And it really, really is. And it creates this environment in the relationship that is, I better not mess up, or I'm going to have to deal with this, or I don't want to rock the boat, so I'm not going to say what I really think and feel. So what we really want is more connection. We want our spouse to listen to us, to hear when we're hurting, to hear when we're upset. And when we respond in ways that make it harder for them to do that, we're just keeping the same patterns going, just the same destructive patterns. And so the people who tell me they want intimacy and connection the most are oftentimes the ones who are the most afraid of it. And they're the ones who put up the barriers in one way or another. And so it's learning how to be more relational, growing ourselves up in relationships. And that means having hard conversations. Do you get mad at your spouse? Yes. I get so mad at my husband. The right way to handle it is to let our partner know what we're mad about, what we're upset about, what we're disappointed about, in a respectful way. And our response to him or her is not indicative of their response to us. So we show up as our best selves, no matter what our partner is bringing at the moment. Somebody's got to be willing to do that. The other thing I want to say about it is that the silent treatment in particular, you've got to be really careful about putting yourself in this one-up position. And when we do the silent treatment, we're very much saying that. We're very much saying that I'm okay in this relationship, you're not okay, and you need to change some things. And that's a power dynamic. And when one of you goes one up, you both lose. So I keep saying this over and over. If one of you wins, you both lose. There are people that are very controlling, and their attempts to gain control are often in really unhealthy, destructive ways. And so a big part of being married is learning what you can control and what you can't, and letting people have their own thoughts and feelings, and not feeling like you have to manipulate, coerce, or threaten them out of it. So if you're the one giving the silent treatment, back it up and let's figure out why that's the coping skill you go to. And let's figure out a better way to help you get what you want. There are better ways. There are better ways to get what you want. So I hope that's helpful.